Hi, this is Ásgeir and you're watching TURN TV. Favorite recent album? Well, there's so many that cannot come to mind, but the first one that came to mind because we saw his show yesterday. It's the new Lewis Cole album. I don't actually recall the name of it, but listen to that quite often. It's a really good album. Yeah. There's been a few albums that changed my life, but the first one that comes to mind is the one that kind of got me into music in the beginning, and that is an album called Nevermind by Nirvana. I was like 7 or 8 years old and listened to that record and knew what I wanted to do. I think like the first live shows that I went to were when my mom was she's an organist in church, so she used to have, well, not gigs or shows, but similar to that, you know. And I used to be like playing the foot pedals while she was playing. I remember that because she always told me that. Well, yeah, I think there's a few that I kind of, I don't know, connect to in that way, where I feel kind of, I think we would understand each other in many ways and have a lot of things in common, and that's usually like people that do a lot of it like by themselves, you know, record and write and do it all kind of in the studio by themselves, and that's what I've been doing a lot, and I love that. I just love recording, just writing and recording, and yeah, like people like Mac DeMarco, Kevin Parker from Tame Impala, Tom York, James Blake, yeah, just so many. I think we kind of, I think we would be on a similar wavelength, at least. Yeah. There's so many. I've been thinking about it kind of recently if I would do like a collaboration with someone. I just recently reached out to one of like my favorite recent like producers, and that's a guy called Ethan Gruska, and he has recorded and produced his own music and some for Phoebe Bridgers and many others, and I just really like his work. Hopefully I'll be able to work with him, so yeah, well. Book or movie? Well, I haven't like formed a better answer, but I'm just gonna say this like because it used to be my childhood favorite movies, and they had an impact on me when I was younger. The Lord of the Rings movies, they were like really had an impact on me, but and they still kind of do. I really love those movies, also just for the soundtracks, for the music. I used to have the CDs from all the soundtrack of the movie and just listen to it before going to bed. And like the first thing I learned to play on piano was like a song from one of the Lord of the Rings movies. So yeah, that's my answer for now. Yeah, well, there's a few like really good spots, venues in Reykjavik where I live, but like the most beautiful room is a venue called Harpa, and that's where the symphony orchestra plays, and I sometimes get the opportunity to play there, and it's a really beautiful venue. and there's some other ones, some smaller like cool venues, but it's also been getting quite difficult to keep them up, like after COVID and stuff. Like some of them have shut down, and which is quite sad, but there's still a few left, cool places. There's one I like playing as well called Ausgeil, which is also just a movie theater actually, but it's used for like music as well. Just sounds really good in there, and it's a cool venue. But like an old cool venue back home would be a place called Gamla Bio, which you should check out. And if you go to Iceland Airwaves, where I'm playing this year, you can see all those venues and see music there. Yeah. Hopefully just some inspiration, I don't know if I can ask for more, like, yeah, I think that's always kind of been the point, to be an inspiration to other artists. I think that's kind of what it boils down to. When I started making music, and whenever anyone starts making music, they wanna make someone else feel how they felt when they listened to their favorite songs or records, and then that kind of inspires the next generation and it just keeps going in circles, so yeah. Well, which era? I don't know, maybe the 90s or something. I was born in the 90s, and a lot of like the music that inspired me is from there, but I think I'm pretty content where I am, I'm happy with where and when I was born, and yeah. Hello, thanks for watching Turn TV. I'm Ásgeir, and yeah, thank you, bye.